Welcome to the Chesford Grange Hotel here in a very autumnal Warwickshire. As the show season tails off, we take a look at 3 best in shows from Richmond, South Wales and Belfast. Before we begin, on today's programme we've got a bit of a treat for you. 2 experts to cast their eye over the action. One usual face, Andrew Brace, Dog World Consultant Editor, and one less usual face, Di Johnson. Now Di, this is the first time we're seeing you on Around the Dog World like this, but we do actually see you on every programme, don't we?
Yes. Yes, I'm at the ringside, aren't I?
Yes.
I'm an avid dog follower. I love dogs, it's my hobby. It has been all my life. Esme Samuel once said about me, if there's a dog in a field, Di will stay and watch it. And she was about right. I never get bored with looking at good dogs. And I never get bored with watching judging.
Well, luckily enough, we've got footage from Richmond Championship Dog Show.
Lovely.
Let's go and watch that now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Richmond welcome to Ronnie Irving. We're now proceeding with the first of our group winners. This is the miniature wire-haired Dachshund. The toy group winner, Griffon, number 1411. Then the Norwich Terrier, number 3366. Followed by the winner of the working group, the Newfoundland, 4346. And now the Pastoral winner, number 2789, the Samoyed, followed by our winners from today, the Labrador Retriever, number 5817. And now the Utility Group winner, Dalmatian, number 6778.
The first dog for Ronnie Irving to go over is Zena Thorne Andrews' miniature wire-haired Dachshund, champion Drake Sleep Winalot.
This is the Hound Group winner, the miniature wire-haired Dachshund, 495.
He's the breed record holder with 41 CCs and 25 group placings, including 5 wins. He was top hound in 2010. Next up for the judge is Barbara Murray's Griffon Broussoir, champion Beauview Brave as a Blizzard.
Toy group winner, the Griffon Broussoir, 1411.
He also holds the breed record for black and tan and smooth varieties at 17 cc's. Earlier this year he took the group at SKC and Group 2 at Windsor. Ronnie is now going over the Norwich Terrier, champion Raggus, Merry Gentleman.
This is your Terrier Group winner, the Norwich Terrier, 3366.
This is the 3rd Terrier Group win for the Norwich, along with 10 cc's. He's been in the placings for most of the year with a star performance at Crufts under Paolo Dondino to take the group at just 14 months old. Next is a slightly larger specimen, the Newfoundland Caliba Artemis Pride.
The working group winner, the Newfoundland, number 4346.
Tim Farr and David Turner's Newfie now has 4 cc's, and this was his first group win under Finnish judge Alina Hapaniemi. The Pastoral Group winner was the Samoyed champion Vandrine Imperial Hermione by Berezniki.
Pastoral Group winner, the Samoyed, number 2789.
Lisa Bobrowski's Hermione is now a veteran at 7 years old and has collected a superb 34 cc's and 10 groups. Way back in 2008 she was reserve best in show at Crufts under Claire Coxall. Next up is the Gundog Group winner, show champion, American and Canadian champion, Salty Dog of Tampa Bay.
Our winner from today for the Gundog Group, the Labrador Retriever, 5817.
Linda Hess's Labrador Salty is another veteran in the Best in Show lineup. His record in the UK stands at 19 cc's. We also saw him on Around the Dog World taking reserve Best in Show at Welks earlier this year. And last but not least is Jenny Alexander's Dalmatian champion Offerdale Chevalier.
And the last of the group winners, the utility group winner, the Dalmatian 6778.
Tom Mather put through the Dalmatian to Best in Show. He has 14 CCs and 2 other group wins at Welsh Kennel Club and Bournemouth, and is another dog who has been in the placings all year.
Ronnie has already made his decision. It's called for the boards. And Best in Show at Richmond 2012 is the Norwich Terrier number 3366. Reserve Best in Show here at Richmond 2012 goes to the Samoyed, number 2789. The Norwich Terrier and the Samoyed, take the round please.
Well done. I wasn't at Richmond, but you were, I understand, for the duration.
I was.
So you're probably in a better position to...
Well, it's a lovely show because it's old-fashioned.
What do you mean by old-fashioned?
It's all of a piece. The rings are in the middle and there's trade stands around the outside and you feel like you're at a proper dog show. I love Richmond. And, of course, the Secretary, Ron James, efficient and a very close friend. Why wouldn't I be at Richmond?
So what about the big ring, Best in Show judging?
Yes, I thought it was a very good Best in Show lineup and I thought Ronnie Irvin obviously made a very good job. I love Leslie Crawley's Norwich Terrier, champion Raggus married gentleman. I saw him first at Boston, a baby, and Martin Phillips...
Java.
Yeah, obviously another expert on the breed, gave him the group, which I thought was brave and absolutely right. I followed the dog all through his career. There is a family liking. I loved Leslie's mother, of course, Marjorie Bunting, who taught me a great deal. She was something of a harridan, a tyrant, some might say.
Yes, she was a very controversial lady.
She was, but she was prepared to teach us youngsters. She tried to encourage me to judge her breeds. I never quite had the confidence because, of course, I come from a generation where the terrier world was
proper dog people.
Exactly, and I was just a Dane person. I regret that now when I look back on it. But, of course, Leslie just bred into dogs. I'm thrilled that she's having the success she's having. I think it's well deserved. And I'm pleased for Martin that he had the pleasure of giving that particular dog its first ever group.
Called Merry Gentleman because...
Called Merry Gentleman.
Born on Christmas Day.
Born on Christmas Day. I think his call name is Paris, if I'm...
Yeah, where did that come from?
I have no idea. Maybe Leslie has a hankering to visit. But no, I think he's a great little terrier, and he won under a terrier man. He won the group under a terrier person.
René Spar-Willis.
Exactly.
From Sweden.
I knew you'd know.
Well, of course,
Andrew.
has had lots of Norwich Terriers. Reserve Best in Show at
Yes.
Richmond, the Samoyed.
Samoyed.
Hermione.
And a very sparkling Samoyed. You know,
She's a
they're
beautiful bitch.
Yes, this silver-tipped loveliness that Samoyeds have.
She must be an age now because I remember giving her the Pet Plan Junior Stakes quite a few years ago.
Yes. But she's very typical, isn't she? She has the Samoyed smile. And
nice moving bitch.
Yes, very, very. What, something else in that lineup that I like particularly?
Oh, probably Barbara Murray's Griffon.
You're right. That little black and tan, he thinks he's a Rottweiler. I mean, he's out at the end of the lead, he moves, he's got all the style in the world. And again, bred by Howard Ogden.
He's a great little show dog.
He's a great dog.
Real little stallion.
And again, Barbara had been in dogs years and years and years.
Wonderful boxer person.
Yes. I have to say, I do like to see old dog people win. I like to see new ones as well. I like to encourage the new ones, but it's nice when you know them and you know they've tried hard to have dogs this good.
Recognition.
And, of course, the Labrador that I have this soft spot for. A very mature dog. He's a dog in from America. Is he called Salty?
Salty Dog of Tampa Bay.
I first saw him when Muriel Hathaway, a very close friend of yours, gave him a champion stakes at Darlington. He caught my eye. I thought what a handsome masculine dog he was, and I'm pleased to see his continued winning.
I judged him in the States, you know, before he came over.
Really? And did you spot his potential?
I gave him best of breed, but Valerie Foss had got there first and given him best of breed at Westminster.
I'm very impressed by some of the youngsters and their dedication and their depth of interest and the way they want to learn. We know we're beleaguered by a group of people who want to do everything fast tracking, but there are still people who really want to know about dogs.
So you're talking about young people with enthusiasm making a mark. Now, someone who's been around the dog world for quite a while is the gentleman who handled the Best in Show winner at Darlington, beating the Norwich.
Yes.
And that's a good mate of yours, that's Dave Killelea.
Yes, he is.
Do you think he served an apprenticeship?
I surely do. I think he's a great dog man. He's a terrific handler. He cares. He's interested in dogs. He won with the Bouvier. I don't know anyone that would have the strength of character to match the strength of character of that particular Bouvier. He's just all dog. And Dave Killelea is wonderful with him. The Norwich was second to him. The judge was Liz Cartledge, who I rate extremely highly. Again, a terrific lineup. I thought particularly there was a pointer. I think it's called Ice Maiden.
Will Cremain, Ice Maiden, winning her first group under Frank Kane.
She went around the ring, the profile...
She's gorgeous, she's gorgeous. She got the reserve ticket under me as a puppy at 3 Counties the previous year.
Really? Yeah. I think I saw her at Birmingham a couple of years ago, win puppy under Derek Smith.
Yeah.
I thought she was absolutely lovely, and that day, her command of the ring, but we're talking Dave and this tremendous Bouvier.
Whose name is
I
Champion, I'm Special, in essence, Movado at Canix, I think.
Well, I'm more familiar with him. He's Mo to me. I
Mo,
think.
is that what they call him?
Yeah.
Right.
But can we talk a bit about Dave Killelea?
Sure.
Because he's more than just this Bouvier, as if that's not enough. But his kennel, he and his wife, and they have a partner, Arlene Clure, the consistent type they have produced. You know, you've found Red Keaters many times.
Many times.
It's the amazing consistency of type. They can bring in a dog from another country and immediately they are back into their own bloodline and breed type. Do you remember Mary Hambleton could always do that with Marbleton Boxers years ago? It's a knack certain breeders have got.
The Americans have a wonderful expression, which is when they're speaking of a breeder like that, they say they seem to have a cookie cutter. Yeah. And I think that would probably apply to the Red Richard Keater.
Yes, I certainly think it would. Yes, it was a good show, Darlington. Well run by David Guy, I thought. Very efficient. And it's a show that there's always something going on. You know, don't
they have endless stakes classes there for everyone?
Yes, I know they do. But for people like me who want to see dogs, it's a wonderful opportunity. They have reserve CC stakes. Something is always happening at Darlington. One of the problems with our champ shows now, I think, is you've watched your breeds and then the show sort of dies for an hour. Yes. And that's when people go home. Now, if there's still something to watch, as there is at Darlington, I think people stay and watch Best in Show. Sure. It makes for a great atmosphere. No, I have a lot of time. It's a show I always hope I can go to. But then I'd say that about most shows, wouldn't I?
So, Darlington came the week after Richmond, and there were five group winners, the same.
But by this time of the year, don't we find the best dogs are emerging and are doing the top winning then? I mean, the lady with the good Dalmatians.
Jenny Alexander.
Yes, she'd figured all year through the groups.
With Offerdale Chevalier.
Yep. He was there. The Griffon we've mentioned, the Norwich we've mentioned. The good dogs are now finding... cream rises to the top, doesn't it? By the time you get to Darlington, we really know which are the best dogs of that year, don't we?
Pretty much. So after Darlington, we had Driffield and then Belfast, pretty much back to back, where we had the same dog winning Best in Show. So let's go across the Irish Sea to find out who that dog was.
Before we see Belfast Best in Show, Marina Scott managed to sneak a few words with the show secretary, Jackie Stubbs.
Hi Hi, Jackie Stubbs, Secretary of Belfast Dog Show Society. Thank you very much for joining us.
Not a problem.
Now, just explain, you were here 4 years ago as Secretary of this society, and now you're back.
Yes, I was. I was secretary for approximately 12 years. Due to health reasons, I retired, and the members asked me to come back and re-elect me into the post of secretary again for another term, which is nice for the members to do that.
And it's been a physically kind of demanding sort of last few months, because for the committee, you've had this hall to get ready. I mean, not yourselves, but obviously the King's Hall complex. Yes. It's a brand new facility just for the dog show.
This is brand new. We're the first people through the doors. It got finished at 10:30 on Friday evening with the fire certificates being handed over. It's been bedlam. But I think we've got a good show with a wonderful atmosphere, which is what we are always after here in Belfast. And it's been hard work, but good committee, good workers, membership pulled together well. We've had a super team working, and I think it's paid off for us.
And being the only general championship show over the water, across the water from the mainland, obviously you do cater for us English people, I suppose, you know, with the ferries, etc. How difficult logistically is it to try and get and attract entries from the mainland?
It's very difficult. What we do is now we must thank Stena, our sponsors. They give us a very good rate for exhibitors coming over. They give us a rate for the trade stands, which we need. Without the trade stands, we'd have problems. Stana's been brilliant, worked hard. Irish Ferries also is trying to help us next year. So hopefully we're getting this up and rolling and make it a lot easier and a lot cheaper for some people to come over. With the fuel problems, we know it's hard to travel because we have to go that way all the time. It makes a change for us to bring yous over here, you know, but we'll get there. That's nice.
And now the groups are just getting started here on the second day as well. We've just been treated, or the audience is packed actually around this ring. We've just been treated to an absolutely fantastic display by the local police dog team. Tell us about that.
That is our local PSNI, they'll have to be called now. They done the bite test, 9 bite tests for us to show the public. We think it was something different to keep people interested and make it more of a day out for families. We're trying to bring the family in and encourage more people to come, so it's just not all dog show people, if you understand what I mean. We try to get kids in, I think it was wonderful. It was good.
I certainly enjoyed it. I think everyone around the ring did.
Good.
Thanks for joining us, and good luck for your best in show.
Thank you very much, my darling. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Mather. Right then, first into the ring, please. The winner of the working group, the Bouvier, exhibit 2334. Followed in by the pastoral group winner, the Old English Sheepdog, exhibit 2023. Now we have the utility group winner, the Toy Poodle, exhibit 1565. Followed in now by the Hound group winner, the Petit Basset Griffon Van Daan, exhibit 284. Now we have the Irish Water Spaniel from the Gundog group, exhibit 739. From the Toy group winner, the Maltese, exhibit 1380. And finally, but not least, the Terrier group winner, the Irish Terrier, exhibit 859. First to be examined is the working group winner, the Bouvier, sent forward by Mr. Tegwin Jones. That is your working group winner, the Bouvier de Flanders, exhibit 2334.
The Bouvier, Champion I'm Special in a Sense Movado at Canix, is owned by Fiona Lambert, Janet Hughes and Pat Murray. No CCs were on offer today, but he has 9 plus 11 group wins and was best in show at Darlington.
Next we have the Old English Sheepdog, the winner of the pastoral group, exhibit 2023. This was sent forward again by Mr. Tegwin Jones. That's your pastoral group winner, the Old English Sheepdog, exhibit 2023.
Caroline and Ben Ford's Old English Sheepdog, champion, Irish champion Oak Farm Gypsy Rose at Clenmayan, has 4 cc's and was best of breed at Crufts in 2011.
On the table now we have the utility group winner, the Toy Poodle, exhibit 1565, sent forward by Mrs. Jean Lanning. That's your utility group winner, the Toy Poodle, exhibit 1565.
Lee Cox and Tom Isherwood's champion Vanatonia You'll See. Last year's Best in Show winner is through for a chance at the crown again. Graham has racked up 7 all-breed Best in Show in a glittering career.
On the table now we have the Hound Group winner, the Petit Basset Griffon Von Dane. This is exhibit 284. That's your Hound Group winner, the Petit Basset Griffon Von Dane, exhibit 284.
Champion sole trader Peekaboo won her 24th group at Belfast under Nick Bryce-Smith. Jilly has 6 all breeds Best in Shows to her name and is currently top dog for 2012.
And now we have the Irish Water Spaniel from the Gundog Group, exhibit 739. Your Gundog Group winner, the Irish Water Spaniel, exhibit 739.
Merlin, the Irish Water Spaniel, won his 18th CC and 17th group at Belfast. Show champion, American champion Whistle Stop's Elements of Magic has 4 all breeds Best in Show and 2 reserve Best in Shows to his credit and is currently top gun dog for 2012.
On the table now we have the Toy Group winner, the Maltese. This is exhibit 1380, sent forward by Mrs. Fairlith Summerfield. That's our Toy Group winner, the Maltese, exhibit 1380.
Champion Benetton Gold Boots won through from the Toy Group and has collected 20 cc's overall, although none were available at Belfast. Sarah and Rosemary Jackson's Boots was Best in Show at UK Toy and has amassed 12 Group 2 placings.
On the table now we have the Terrier Group winner, the Irish Terrier, exhibit 859. That's your Terrier Group winner, the Irish Terrier, exhibit 859.
And our final competitor for Best in Show is the Irish Terrier, champion Fleet Street Fire and Ice, owned by John Averis and Tony and Jean Barker. John handled her to her 5th group win, but handling her here in Best in Show is Andrew Goodsell.
Come back after the break to see who Tom Mather awarded Best in Show at Belfast 2012.
I think we have made a decision. Best in Show is the Toy Poodle. And runner-up is the Petit Basset Griffon Von Dane. Well done to the remainders. Best in Show, Toy Poodle, and reserve Best in Show, the Petit Basset Griffon Von Dane. Congratulations.
So, best in show at Belfast 2012 was the toy Poodle. Champion Vanatonia, you'll see, otherwise known as Graham. Lee, this is the third time you've had best in show in 3 years. I mean, what are you playing at?
They'll ban us from the ferry, won't they? No, it's marvellous. Yeah, we were best in show 3 years ago with the crested Nora, and then Graham's been best in show for the second year today. So over the moon and gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked.
And he's obviously had such a fantastic year, and he's just keeping it on going. I mean, how do you keep him in tip-top condition all year round?
He's been had an amazing year, a bit similar to Gav's bitch, really. He's allowed to be a dog. He might have all this hair, but it's important that they're allowed to be a dog. He has free running. He's got. He's allowed to just enjoy himself. You can always put him in a bath and sort him out later. But as long as they're allowed, yeah, that's, just keep him fit, feed him good food. Just treat him normally.
Many congratulations.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure the committee won't want to see you again next year.
I know, it's true.
That's right. Well, moving on to Gavin.
I don't want to see him next year, definitely not.
Exactly. So Gavin and the PBGV Gilly, a very close runner-up.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good lineup, really good lineup of dogs. So, and Lee's a friend, and he's a great dog. So, we've been at it all year, backwards and forwards. So, as it's one person's opinion. We both got two good dogs, so we can't complain. So really
And
good.
I understand that is quite a significant win today.
Yeah, mathematically, yeah, Gilly is now top dog all breeds this year. So it's a dream. One of my ambitions in dogs. For the homebred dog, I couldn't be more ecstatic. So it means a lot. It's
and it's very well deserved, I have to say. Yeah, she's a fabulous bitch, and I'd be the first person to say, congratulations for that one. It's very, very well deserved.
Yeah, it means a lot, and it's very sporting that throughout the year we've had top winning dogs, and we've all got on well. There's been no grudges with anything. Sort of just go for it. So it's been pleasurable, once in a lifetime experience for me. I've enjoyed it. Can't wait to end the year to have a rest, but it's been great. So really, really special. So, and I am going to throw them overboard on the way home.
That was my line, actually. Many congratulations to you both on another great Belfast.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Marina.
So, Graham, the toy poodle, wins Driffield and Belfast. Now, last year, if you remember, he had this amazing hat trick of getting those two shows and then South Wales.
Yeah.
So, best in show in England, Ireland and Wales. But for those people who are wondering whether or not Graham might actually repeat that hat trick this year, that's not going to happen, because unfortunately when we get to South Wales, Lee Cox, is Graham's co-owner, is going to be judging one of his other breeds.
Yeah.
So history's not quite going to repeat itself
No.
this year.
But what a great little dog.
Great little show, and he's really blossomed. I mean, he was a sort of gawky youngster, took time to get his act together.
I can remember Ken Sinclair having him in the ring at Leeds, and he dropped his tail, but he still was going to be. And didn't you give him a very early ticket? First
he got
or
his second ticket under me, and I said to Tom, take at least 6 inches of hair off that top knot. He's got a beautiful head, so why hide it? And they did.
Yes, yeah. Well, Lee has always been prepared to listen. This is why he's made such
Another of our good young people.
Absolutely. The greatest admiration for Lee.
And Tom's a student.
Oh, absolutely. That they're a great pair, a great asset to dogs. That little toy poodle, he's a great little dog. He's a tremendous mover. I just love him. The two dogs that look as if they're in the lead are just great dogs. Gilly and Graham are outstanding. They've both got that indefinable charisma, that love of the show ring, handlers that can get the best out of them. They're good dogs, Andrew. You know, you've
Great
put
dogs.
both of them up.
Great dogs.
And the thing is, there are always good dogs. The trick is the judges finding the good dogs, and this year they have, haven't they?
They seem to come through, absolutely, yeah. And of course, Gilly went reserve best in show in Belfast, behind Graham. And in so doing, she secured her position as Dog of the Year.
Did she?
Nobody could then catch her because of the shows that the various dogs were going to.
Yeah.
She was absolutely unassailable after Belfast.
Yeah.
So I imagine Gavin and Sarah were breathing a sigh of relief on that boat back home.
Yeah, I suppose they were. It's a good win though, isn't it? It's a justifiable win. She's been terrific since a puppy, since we saw her at Crufts.
And I think what's been so good this year, and has been very evident, is the 3 dogs that we've had in the frame, which include Merlin, of course, the Irish Water Spaniel, who was also a group winner in Belfast. It's very interesting when you see these dogs in the Best in Show lineup together, the very obvious camaraderie that exists between their owners and handlers.
Yes.
It's not as cutthroat as
it
we've
isn't.
seen in some years.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by the way they've all been willing to congratulate each other.
Because you've got Gavin and Sarah, Lee and Tom, and Judith Carruthers with the Irish Water. They're all, long-established dog people, and they are capable of admiring virtues in other people's dogs, which is admirable.
And as it should be.
And as it should be.
That's the wonderful part about dogs, really.
Yeah.
That we can all appreciate. Well, we should all appreciate.
And I think most genuine dog people actually do.
Yeah. Yes. Those that last. We'll always have people in and out of our hobby, our sport, whatever you want to call it. But those of us that have been in it for life, we do have the ability to appreciate a good dog, no matter who owns it, no matter what breed it is. I can remember watching Merlin, the Irish Water, win a group at Darlington last year. And then he quite took my breath away. I thought on that day what a special dog he was. So how I had no idea he was third, but how nice that he's third. Great dogs. It's a pleasure, isn't it? A pleasure for you judges.
Great dogs are exciting.
Now, Andrew, unfortunately, I couldn't get to South Wales this year. A great regret, because 2 of my favourite Welshmen starred there. Peter Green, who is just superlative, great judge. And you were doing the commentary, which fitting. So
Indeed,
you can tell us more about South Wales.
Okay, well, let's have a look at what happened at South Wales.
The Norwich Terrier, 2472. And finally, the Pygmies, 3473. First out for the individual is the St Bernard, number 559. This is a 2-year-old fish. So that's your St Bernard, number 559. We can afford and encourage these dogs as much as you like.
So the first group winner for Peter Green to judge is the working group winner. The St Bernard champion Chandlermore Sparks Will Fly over Samhaven.
She topped her breed entry under Nick Bryce-Smith, going on to win the group under Graham Hill.
Sarah Robertson and Wendy Doherty's champion Soul Trader Peekaboo is now the winner of a staggering 26 CCs, 25 groups and 6 all-breed best in show. This is Annette Siddle's pointer, show champion Wilcremain Ice Maiden. She has 5 CCs and 1 other group at Darlington under Frank Kane.
Pastoral group, the Samoyed. Another bitch, almost 2 years of age, number 1053. She took best of breed under Margaret Armis.
Sharon O'Dwyer's Samoyed, champion Blue Aegean Aphrodite by Kalinski. South Wales saw her take her 4th CC and improve on previous Group 2 and Group 3 placings.
Samoyed, 1053. The Akita, winner of the utility group, number 5114. She took best of breed under Maureen Thompson.
This is Faye and Carol Bevis's Akita Champion Dyke Bar Revenges Suite at Steakall. She took her third group along with her 11th CC at South Wales.
On the table now is the Terrier Group winner, the Norwich number 2472. This is a male, 22 months of age. The Terrier Group winner, number 2473.
Now for something a little bit smaller, the Norwich Terrier Champion Raggus Merry Gentleman, winner of Best in Show at Richmond, and this was his 5th group win.
On the table now is the Toy Group winner, the Pekingese 3473. A 2.5-year-old male. The breed was judged by John Nash. The Toy Group winner, 3473.
And finally we have our toy group winner, the Pekingese Champion Yaki Ua Cantona. This was Eric's 11th group, and he's the winner of 2 Best in Show, including at City of Birmingham on our last programme.
Clearly not a big lineup to choose from. Okay, I think we have a decision. Who's going to be Best in Show, please, sir? Congratulations to the other 5 group winners for doing so well. Best in Show at the SWKA 2012. Champion Tom Fraser, Peter Brew,
So there we have it. Jilly takes another Best in Show, securing her position as Dog of the Year All Breeds 2012. I don't know whether Gavin and Sarah actually appreciated the fact, but that must have been a very, very special win for Jilly, because Peter loves that Norwich. In fact, I think he gave him, well, I know he gave the dog Best of Breed at Crufts. So to get past Leslie's Norwich under Peter was an amazing achievement.
But to win under Peter Green must mean, to any real dog person, must mean a great deal.
Yeah, he's a dog man's dog man.
Oh, yeah, he left our shores and made his name in the United States of America.
Thank you, Andrew and Di, for joining us. And please come back next time to see us at the Eukenabert Champion Stakes final.